Cubs Brewers recap. But so what I'll say, and I said this already, the Brewers were not, still had those power rankings. Let me put that up here real quick. So I do got those power rankings still, and this was for this week, and the Brewers were at 6, according to MLB.com. That's not true. I've already said they were a top 3, top 4 team. Okay.
The fact that
I've said that
we can be behind the Phillies. They smoked us, I'm pretty sure. And
yeah, but the Phillies have not looked as hot as the Brewers have, though. They just lost the series to the White Sox.
I don't know what they base power rankings off these days. I don't know if it's about being hot or the best team, but I would put us top 3 for sure. You don't got to put us 1, but I mean, because it's really a toss up between us and y'all.
Yeah, see, the first two, the Blue Jays and the Cubs, I
nice.
can agree with that. Like, you can either flip flop those two. You can even put the Brewers in the top 2 if you need to, because the way they've came off of that Dodgers series. But
what I'm saying,
number 6,
we sat on Ohtani. Everybody else was trash that series besides Ohtani, but we still sat on him. And then I don't know, the Blue Jays are nice though. I'm not gonna lie, they are crazy.
They rejuvenated themselves. I mean, they at the beginning of the season they looked mid, but now,
when's the last time they looked this good? I genuinely don't know, because they look like
crazy thing is they've looked good. They've looked like this every single year, the past 3 years,
but
like they fall off in the second half.
That's probably what it is then. Yeah.
They always, like, for the past 3 years, I think they had the same record before the All-Star break, the same record.
Yeah.
And it was like 52 and like 40 or something like that. It was something like that. And they would fall off in the second half. But now, as we're seeing, they're just only getting better. And now they're making moves to, run the postseason. And we're going to do all that and talk about that later tonight with our trade deadline special I'd say in about maybe 6 hours or so. We got to figure out a time, but it's got to be around maybe, 3 y'all time, maybe 4? Yeah, it'd probably be 4 y'all time, because I get off at 3, but I could get off early today if I needed to. So, but yeah, it'd be around the 4 o'clock hour. We'll go live for our trade deadline special, and we're going to be watching all the trades that come in, because it's going to be mayhem in the last hour. So
is it? I usually don't pay attention to the trade deadline. I'm not gonna lie. So my question is, like, is it like NBA and NFL? Like, do they just scramble people around super fast? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be coming in like that.
I got all the notifications on this year because, I'm really trying to be a part of the Brew crew, since I really work with them technically. But yeah, I got it all on my phone now. Hopefully it's not too hard to keep up with.
And if you've seen last night, before we start talking about the Cubs and Brewers series again, if you've seen last night, it was like trades coming in at midnight and stuff. And he was just dropping them. And I ain't going to talk about the Cubs moves until we get back on later, but I'm very disappointed as of right now. So, but yeah, so we're going to get back into the Cubs and Brewers series. And here's what the MLB on Fox had. Rowan Cavnar had the Brewers at 3. So I don't understand what the MLB.com experts are thinking, but I don't get it. This is this right here is the true power rankings. I can see that. But MLB.com thinks differently, so.
No, yeah, it's I wonder why people don't like to rank the Brewers very high. I think it was only because, like, we're a small team and we're young and we haven't had any championship aspirations for many years. Maybe that's what it is. But if you're looking at the moment, right, like right now in the moment, the hottest team in baseball is us, regardless of if we lost last night or we lost against the Marlins, 2 games against the Marlins or whatever. But I genuinely believe that's how they should base it off of. And we've been winning the most games. We've been making the most noise. We literally are like the front page of MLB sometimes, which is never a thing. Um, people are like, "Oh, Brewers are the hottest team in baseball." Every comment section, the power rankings, they just don't add up. We're always 3 or 5, and we got teams ahead of us that we've beat more than they've beat us. Besides the Blue Jays, I guess we haven't played them in a while, but it's just it's interesting, to see. It kind of works the same way as other sports, where they have to believe more to see. They have to see more to believe it, which is like kind of stupid because we've had a lot of show so far in the past like 3 weeks. So this whole month we've been kind of crazy in July. So very
Yeah,
surprised.
the craziest thing I could say is that about the 3 games, the
Hmm.
Cubs had a lead in all 3 of those games.
Right.
A big one in the first one, and still found a way to lose it. Like
They
I
couldn't
get
catch the
okay, maybe
ball, bro.
game two was kind of tough because you only had a 1-run lead, but you still had the lead.
What was it? A fly ball up the middle and he couldn't catch it or something like that?
What Pete did, and I saw the play in replay form and slowed it down.
Mm,
He caught the ball. He had the ball in the air and he was under it, and he was coming and he looked behind him instead of focusing on the ball to come into his glove. He's
mm,
looking behind him, I guess, trying to find out where the wall is. Bro, you're not by the wall.
right.
And Tucker, I can tell you, Tucker's like, you got room, you got room, you got room. I know Tucker was saying it.
And then
And
top of
he
the
still looked and dropped it, and that scored 2 runs.
and then top of the fifth, it was like 3 man out. They hit it. He hit it to the left. I think this is game 2. Hit it to the left, out. Went right to second, out. right to single, out. I mean, it was just like the craziest sequence you could see the Brewers do. They usually don't do nothing like that. But I don't know. There was hitting fly balls. There was hitting fastballs up the middle. Like just couldn't stop the Brewers at one point. But then last night, I don't know what happened last night. I was just hitting everything. So that's just how it is, though. We understand how good you guys are, and it's really just gonna come down to you know who really can do this stuff in October, which is like the most important. But um, I don't know. I don't know what to look forward to yet, bro. I'm kind of nervous still. We got a lot of games left, but just early predictions right now, man. If we can keep this hot streak going somehow into the playoffs, like maybe we go on a losing streak for like the next week or something, and then we get right back to being hot. You know what I'm saying? Like how you go on a losing streak, you come back
Mm-hmm.
eventually and start off really good in the playoffs and stuff. I'm hoping we can do that, but being a Milwaukee fan, bro, the past few years, it's just like, nah, it's probably gonna be the complete opposite.
So I believe from August 15th to September 4th, y'all are going to be playing at least like I think 4, maybe 5 or 6 series against playoff teams.
Yep.
So that's gonna be where the division is won and lost at probably. Um, Also, then you got that Cubs series in about 2 weeks. That's gonna be like that's literally set up to be like a divisional series. You
Yeah.
got 5 games. We're tied against each other 4-4 in the season series, and you got 5 games to prove who can win 3 out of 5.
Sheesh.
That's this is like that's going to be like that's literally like set up like a playoff series.
Oh, I love it. They predicted it. It looked like. I mean, I don't know. We go see when it gets to that point. But right now, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. We'll see
evenly
when it gets
matched.
to that point. There's a lot of games be played in
Yeah,
between there too. So
y'all beat us so far the most this year. I think we only got 2 games on y'all. Y'all swept us the first time, I believe. Maybe we got 1 game. I don't remember. But um, this could be a very interesting to see because there's a big rivalry going on. It's like not the biggest rivalry, of course. You guys are more rivals with the White Sox, which obviously makes sense.
and
But
the Cardinals.
and the Cardinals, yeah. But the Brewers, they I don't know, Brewers fans from being around them, they despise the Cubs, bro. So
That's for the Brewers. their biggest rival at the time being because apparently they're trying to chase us, I guess, or because they trying to because we always because we're like 90 minutes and closer to each other. But the Cubs Cardinals have always been
Yeah.
the Cubs rivalry. It's always been the Cardinals. Like even from back in the 90s, in the
Yeah.
80s, it was always the Cardinals. The Brewers have really just came like recency. It became a rivalry back in I believe in like 2010, I believe 2008, I believe back in those days when the Brewers had started being good again and started winning a lot of games and stuff. So yeah,
So do
see,
I. So
yes,
do I.
Sam hates the Cardinals more,
So
yeah.
do I. I don't
But
like the Cardinals.
Drew said he hates the Cubs more. So it's really about
Well,
who you.
Drew went to a Cardinals game. He didn't even care. He sent us in the
Yeah,
chat. He went to a Brewers Cardinals game. But I don't know. I don't like the Cardinals at all. I ain't gonna lie. Like ever since I was little, I just never liked them. Like I don't know why. I wasn't even into baseball. I just every time I went to a game, was playing the Cardinals. I was just bro, this team's trash. But they was always better than us. But
because the Cardinals have won the most, I believe, out of all of us in the division. That's
yeah,
why they got more World Series too, and but Cubs Cardinals have always been that rivalry. It's always been like Cubs Cardinals, the feud, the anger, and then
mhm.
Cubs White Sox as well. So, and then now number three is probably Cubs Brewers. Yeah, because of recency and how good the Brewers have been over the last decade or so. So,
Real quick though, what what do you think the um the Cubs are gonna do tonight?
well,
What do you think the Cubs are gonna do now at the trade deadline? Anything at all?
yeah, I think it's one big move that they're gonna make. I don't think they're gonna make two. They already made a couple mid-level moves, which I mean, yeah, they're fine, but it's like we're giving up prospects for guys that are like in their mid 30s, past their primes. It's like mm. I will say it's because we got Mike Soroka who had was great his rookie year and fell off ever since then, but he still put together um, productive seasons, but he's nothing like he was when he was like in his first 2 or 3 years at all. And then we got Andrew Kittredge last night as well. He had like a 3.56 ERA,
Mm,
20% whiff rate.
yeah,
I mean, I guess that's cool, but
not bad.
I'd have tried to grab somebody that's more controllable. If you're gonna give up a prospect, I mean, that's wasn't that what Jed's plan was? He
Yeah, I think
told us that he was trying to get people that's controllable, and you go get Andrew Kittredge, who's 35.
the last person you want to get. I gotta lie.
He's on his way out the league.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You can't be going for no old heads, bro. It's time to pack up to some players in their primes and see what they can do. What is your biggest need on the Cubs?
Pitching,
Really?
1,000%
You think
pitching,
so?
starting pitching.
Starting pitching. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense. I was gonna
starting
say, I
pitching.
thought you said overall pitching. I'm like, I don't know about that, but
Starting pitching. The bullpen wasn't wrong, wasn't bad. It's like if you get an actual good starter, you could put Ben Brown in the bullpen, and
well,
he flourish there.
you're not getting no starting pitching tonight, are you? You don't think?
Yeah, I think that's what the big move that they're gonna make tonight is.
They
Now
got to
that
give up
Eugenio
something.
Suarez is gone, but
Yeah.
uh, but it'll be interesting to see.
What
Um,
about this?
yeah, that's tough. No, because I wouldn't make that move unless it's a starter. Because um, we got Daniel Palencia now. He's came into his own and he throws 100. So I wouldn't need Mason Miller at this moment. Daniel Palencia has really stepped up in a big way this year.
Mm,
He's really shown that okay, he's going to be the closer. He throws about 101, tops out at 699.
mm.
So he's one of the hardest throwers in the entire league. So I mean, he's up there with Mason Miller. So I wouldn't trade Owen Casey for him. But
Just trash.
yeah,
Like,
Yo, joining by phone for a little bit. I want to get up.
what's
what's
up?
up?
What's Sam?
Well, so the Cubs here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
want that controllable bullpen arm, it's got to be Mason Miller. He's being shopped heavy right now, especially with the Padres. The Padres are in on him. As far as I'm aware, talks have not fallen through with that yet. So you gotta at least put your foot in the water and see what happens. See how.
Yeah, I see what happens because when you look at what the Mariners did, they didn't even give up their number 1 or 2 prospect to get Eugenio Suarez.
Yep.
Complete undersell. Like Jerry Dipoto masterclass right there for the Mariners. That was insane. As a Brewers fan, the guy who looks at this lineup and sees that if Caleb Durbin gets hurt, that we're down to quadruple A players on the left side of our infield, you couldn't make that move?
You can say the same thing with the Cubs. Like
I think it was their 9, their 10, their 16th prospects. I'm going to do some more looking at that later today. But you look at the Brewers top 30. You mean to tell me that you couldn't ship Braylon Antunes, Marco Dingus, excuse me, and who's their 10? Crap, I was just looking at the list yesterday. Luis Lar. Oh my gosh, you could have moved those guys. Mike Bovee.
See, the thing about being hot, Sam, is like you don't want to trade nobody, bro. And I think that's the mindset we're in right now. I don't think we want to move people that we think maybe can be useful. All those people you named off can be somewhat useful down the road. You know what I mean?
Well,
especially go ahead.
That's prospect. Mike Bovee fell off. He was red hot last year. He fell off.
Yeah, he can get moved. But
you mean to tell me you want to hold on to him an extra year and just see if he's still got it next year? Because I don't think he gets past Double A at this rate. That's the problem with prospect hugging. Is this is a year where your farm system is great. The Brewers farm system is amazing. In 2027, they're going to be true contenders, I believe. Not saying this year's a fluke, but what I am saying is that in 2 years,
yeah.
I think the team in 2 years would take this team in 4 games. So you hold on to your big names, Jesus Madej. You hold on to Miz. You hold on to Logan Henderson if you can. You hold on to Craig Yoho. I still believe in. I just think he's not big league ready at the moment. You hold on to those guys, and then you look at the rest of the prospect farm, how deep it is, how deep our top 30 is. You were able to move the Midwest League's hits leader and Hader Arinamo to get a backup catcher. There's so much room for opportunity in this farm system. It just bewilders me that Matt Arnold didn't have the guts to go out there and offer more than what the Mariners offered for Eugenio Suarez, because that trade, the Diamondbacks did not win that trade. Even for a rental, they did not win that trade.
No. I mean, for that kind of a caliber of a player, and you give up like the 9th or 10th, 12th prospect, that's insane.
Yeah,
for the Cubs, I just don't want to give up Owen Casey at all. Not right now.
For Mason Miller, though.
No, because if you think about it, because Daniel Palencia is what Mason Miller is right now. He has a 101 fastball with a 92-mile-an-hour slider, and he has that. So I think with Jed, the way the Cubs would think, okay, they're out of the Mason Miller sweepstakes now. They were definitely in on it last year. Last year for sure, because you didn't have a closer last year. You were supposed to have Hector Neris be the closer. He didn't pan out. Daniel Palencia was injured. And then you had a guy in Porter Hodge who closed games because he was the best option.
Luke Little's hurt, right?
Yeah, Luke Little's hurt as well. So it's like,
Galen, I don't know if I were to put myself in the shoes of a Cubs fan. I don't know if I could tell you with a straight face that I trust Daniel Palencia in Game 7 of an NLCS.
Not right now. I mean, I'd definitely say probably not right now for that, but
then you gotta make
Casey's ceiling is so much higher right now. Like
that's a couple of years down the line, though. You're looking to win.
Right.
The future is not guaranteed for the Cubs. Kyle Tucker is on his way out after the season. I don't think you guys extend him. I don't think you can.
Which is why you can't lose Owen Casey. That's why I'm saying.
If you make that move, you're showing Kyle Tucker that you want him to be the future of that corner outfield. You want him there long term, and you're willing to give him the money to do so. So why not move the guy. It's a sign to Kyle Tucker that he's part of the plans in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Part of what's going to happen to this Cubs organization for years to come. So you might as well jump ship on Casey if it means keeping one of the best hitters in the game for a long period of time. Because Tucker's not letting up anytime soon.
Oh no, but I could just tell the way Jed Hoyer. I could just tell the way Jed is thinking right now, and it's like, yeah, that's probably gonna be. Owen Casey's probably gonna be the hardest bargain for people to even think about grabbing, because it's gonna practically take a superstar caliber player, or at least an all-star caliber player, for Owen Casey to be um, traded away for that, because his ceiling. I mean, because because like you said, you don't know with you obviously don't know with Kyle Tucker if he's going to be there or not, and losing out on a bat like Owen Casey, and what you're going to put Seiya Suzuki out there to play defense? His defense isn't the greatest as we've seen, and Owen Casey has a glove, so it's like you can't really. I mean, that's going to be a hard bargaining chip to just give up. I mean, I know you have Kevin Alcantara as well, who played. Actually, he played in the big leagues last season, and he showed a lot of promise. But the power, the hit for average comes with Owen Casey. Kevin Alcantara is more likely a singles and doubles kind of guy. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. But yeah, giving up on the Owen Casey right now, that's gonna be really hard unless they get somebody like Joe Ryan or something. If they get a Joe Ryan, then I can see Owen Casey possibly leaving. And then Kyle Tucker will probably see, okay, they're actually building. Because if you have Justin Steele available here still, and then you add a Joe Ryan for next season as well, you might actually have a World Series contender. Especially with this offense. You might have a World Series contender, especially because Matt Boyd has stepped up. Shota is going to give you what he gives you. And then you get Jameson Taillon in the back end. You might actually have a World Series contender. And then
So I want to bring up right now just a few of these trades so far. Not looking into today's quite yet or yesterday's even, but there's some. The New York Mets are trying to build the Avengers in their bowl.
The Dodgers got the Justice League, so might as well.
Their future a little bit, but it don't matter when Steve Cohen has all the money in the world to give David Stearns, one of the best executives in league history. I mean, first and foremost, Gregory Soto. He's been on the struggle bus the last couple of years, but lately his ERA has been sub-2. Let me find that again. I have my notes on it. I'm doing a long form for my other YouTube channel. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah. The return for Baltimore, though, I'd give it an A-. Wellington Arcena might be the closer of the future for that team, and they traded a rental for that. Arcena's got a high 90s on average fastball, touching like 101, 102. Big, tall guy, too. Strikeout machine. For a half season of Gregory Soto, I mean, the Mets are going an all-in push here.
Mets will be the Avengers, and Dodgers will stay the Justice League. That's how it is across the country. But in the middle, everything in between is just little rebels kind of trying to fight them. So, that's what we got to try to build today. I don't know what kind of move we're gonna make, Sam. I like the thoughts that you were having before, but the Brewers are not known to make any moves. So I mean, we already made a move for a backup catcher or something like that. But
Danny Jansen's a good move. I mean, Eric
he's
Haas
good. He's better than what's his name? Jeez, go ahead.
Eric Haas.
Yep. Better than Derek Haas, and it's I don't know what else we really need. I think it was a good move. It's just kind of pointless at the same time, but we'll see.
And we're gonna have a lot more of this as well coming up in about a few hours on the trade deadline, especially as we.
Sorry, repeat that. You were cutting out. I think it's my internet.
No, I was just saying. I don't know what exact moves we're gonna make tonight. We don't usually make big moves, but I guess we'll kind of see what kind of angle we take. Moving forward, I think we'll be.
There's gonna be 2 trades the Brewers make today, and they're not gonna be huge like mega signings or blockbuster deals, unless there's something going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Because the Brewers are always really quiet with how they do their work. I think Ben Rice from the Yankees is a legitimate option. I'm just switching my car phone here. I gotta head to work. And Ben Rice is a legitimate option. And the Yankees are gonna look for win now stuff. I was just talking to some Milwaukee sports radio guys the other night. The Yankees are gonna demand win now guys. And that's what they can get from Milwaukee. The back end of the rotation is not good. Will Warren has not been as promised. Marcus Stroman stinks outright. So they got to bring in another arm, and they want some control of that arm. Milwaukee has about 9 MLB quality starting pitchers. A few of those guys are expendable, and a few of those few guys are young, controllable arms that you can bring in exchange for Ben Rice, who first baseman, corner outfielder, and he's got some control too. I think this is a win-win for both sides if they decide to make this trade. Secondly, we're going to find
I don't know what happened. Did he just lag out?
Kind of broke up a little bit. Sounds like.
I was talking to some ESPN Milwaukee guys the other day, and they were saying pretty much the same thing. There's going to be a big move the Brewers make, and they're going to push for something to really put us over the top. I don't know exactly what that would be. They seem to know, but they want to keep it under wraps just in case they're like right, So
right. But we're gonna have a lot more coming up on our trade deadline special.
Did you just see what happened? Sorry, I know I cut out. Did you guys just see what happened?
What happened?
Mason Miller to the San Diego Padres.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And the Padre Leo DeVries is heading to the A's. Oh my! I didn't think that was gonna happen. Leo DeVries is one of the best prospects in the game. I didn't think they were gonna move on from him. Wow.
Yeah. So that means they're gonna keep. That means it's starting to look like they're gonna keep Dylan Cease.
Yep.
Yeah. Which
if they just traded for Miller, they're keeping Dylan Cease. They're gonna try to make a run at it.
You're in a World Series push. You gotta keep the guy. I know he's having a down season. He's playing himself into a lower tax bracket, but that's fine. That's fine. You're going all in this year. You need every guy you can get, and Dylan Cease has postseason experience. He's a former Cy Young runner-up, I believe. I don't think he's ever won it. He's never been an all-star, but he's been close. He's a good strikeout guy. You need to keep this guy around.
And I can tell you now that this is me and Sam's forte. We love this part of the season. We love trade deadline for MLB. This is like Christmas for me and Sam.
Yes, this is amazing. This is an awesome day.
Because we love baseball so much that it's like, this is our NBA or NFL trade deadline.
Man, wait till you see me NFL trade deadline, bro. I'm going to be pushing to trade QJ out of there. But
this is definitely me and Sam's Christmas for sure. So
this is my Halloween.
Just wait. We're going to have so much more analysis coming up in about 2 hours. Or about not 2 hours, in about like 4 to 5, maybe 4 to 5 hours. We're gonna have a deadline special for you all, where we're just gonna be sitting around watching the trades come in. So it's gonna be something to see for sure. We got to get into our next topic, which is the last topic, because we only had 2 topics today. So we're gonna jump into that. But yeah, make sure you tune in to around, what is it? I'm gonna say around maybe 3:30, 3:45 Central Time.
Sam will be there. Yeah, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try. Yeah. The internet's bad.
Huh?
No, he just said his internet was bad. So, but we'll try to get him on there as well. We'll definitely be in contact with him. But we're going to try to start that around 3:45, 4 o'clock Central Time. For those who don't know, that would probably be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So,
Yep.